Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name's Deanna and today we'll be working on week number 36 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. And we are going to be doing another gift type idea. Now this little shelf unit here, I picked up and it was pink and it had a drawer in it and I paid $2 for it. Here's my little sticker from like a Goodwill store. And it had a little heart pull on the drawer. So I pulled that off and my $2 sticker. Just want to show you some ideas that you can pick up some things and reuse them and make them new for you or as a gift for somebody. It's nice to have some little gifts specific for people, especially around the holidays. So like I said, I pre-painted this with my Waverly chalk paint, Agave 60685E. I picked this up at Walmart, and it's a real thick paint. So I gave this one coat, I think, and I covered the whole thing. And then on the back, I've already pre-glued this piece on. This matches all my storage things that I have built in my craft room, this paper here and the other paper that I'm going to be using. And the paper is this one here, and it's My Mind's Eye, and it is Notable Memo, and then the back looks like this. This is a paper from, what's the date on here? I just seen it. I've got a glare. 2013. So it's an older line, but a whole stack of it. And I wish I had another stack of it because I love this paper. It is heavy. It is textured. It is vintagey looking. It's got the, the worn edges. And so it's like distressed and perfect colors for my room. So whenever I have to do anything that I'm building for storage for my room, then I use this. I have several of the Kaiser Craft units. I can pull one over here a second, like this. And so this is like the drawer unit. Whoops, had some stuff sitting on top of it. It's like the drawer unit, so it's built the same. It's from Kaiser Craft, and you build the little drawers, and I covered them with the paper and stuff. So, and then I have some other little things, little shelves and stuff that I've also covered. The other paper I'm using is from Fab Scraps, and Chic 2, I think is what this is called. Chic 2. But it's an older one too, but it's from Fab Scraps. C67006 is the number. So yeah, that's the one side, which is really pretty too. It looks like the vintage drawers, like your library drawers. And then this is the other thing, so I'm using that. So those are the two I use when I do stuff from my store. So like I said, painted it, measured this, cut this down to glue that on. And then I took these flat back pearls, and I got these from AliExpress, and they are probably about 1/8 of an inch, and I hand glued each one on individually. So we will do that in a second, but I also used just some washi tape there along the edge, and it's got like gold branchy types with dots, with teal dots. So it's hard to see. My lighting isn't the best. There we go. So I'm going to lay that on here. And that was pretty easy. I just kind of laid it so it was up on the edge and rolled over here. Let's see. Just like so. And if I ever get sick of it, I can just peel it right off and put something else on. Get that closer. There we go. And I'm going to just cut that off here. just trying to make things easy, you know, and then if I get sick of it, I can just recover it, or I can give it as a gift this year. These colors are quite popular, but you know, if you have someone that you think this would be a perfect little shelf for or desk thing for, make it in the colors they like. I'm just giving you ideas. You could put, and I'm not going to put paper inside of all of these, but you could, if you wanted to decorate this and cut these and put paper inside of all those, you could. So, all right, we're going to do the beading last. So I got the washi tape on both sides now. And I've got my drawer here. So let's go ahead, and I have pre-cut I got a balancing net going on here. Let me get rid of this stuff here. Pre-cut a piece of this paper, and we're going to just glue it down there. And this is the handle I'm going to put back on here. I took some of my brads, put them in the holes, and bent these over, and then I glued them down last night so they had time to dry really good with my glossy accents. And then we're going to actually glue this down with glossy accents on the paper too. But anytime I get sick of this, I can recover it with other paper or sand that off and recover it with something else. I don't have to stay with that. But it's basic enough colors and gentle enough that I don't get sick of it real fast. So that makes it kind of nice. It's not in your face, intrusive, for a long lasting ability to deal with it. So, but you know, it's all in what you like. I am more of your teals and pinks and natural colors, like your tans and browns. Oh, you know what? And I can do that after. I forgot to edge it with my inker. So this is about a 1/16 of an inch around, a little bit bigger. Whoops, come on. Just a little bit. All right. So I'm going to smooth this out. Oh, my husband must be home. The dog is all happy. I left a note for him. So. All right, so now I'm going to take my peacock feathers, Ranger ink, and I'm just going to hit that lightly. And it's not going to hurt anything because I forgot to do it ahead of time. Sorry about the marking. I'll try to talk above it. There we go. All right, so we're going to glue this handle on. And we're going to use the same thing, the glossy accents here. And I'm just going to put a little dab there and a little dab there. Hi, honey. And kind of eyeball that. Now I won't be able to pull the drawer open for a while because now I could have drilled holes and probably run a screw or just run a screw in there too, but I really didn't have screws that size. So we're going to set this aside and let that dry for right now. We don't want to mess with that. That drawer is also painted all the way around. We're going to bring this back in, and I have pre-cut my sides. So what I did was I figured out one side, and I laid my paper down, like say I had my whole sheet of paper, laid my paper down. I then laid this down to line up exact on the edge there. Okay, so say this was a regular piece of paper, so it would come up here. So I drew a line on my paper for that. And even though I wanted it a little bit shorter, then once I had this cut out, I could then shorten this side because it's the flat side. So I could cut this side a little shorter, and then I was able to move this side over some. And it's not too much smaller. Let's go ahead and glue that down. Oh, and then once I did one, I turned the next sheet of paper upside down, put this on top, drew it out, and I knew I had the exact same size for my other side. But you got to remember to flip it because they got to be like bookended. All right. And I am just using my art glitter glue. This is going to be a short project tonight. And, you know, I hate having going through them this quick, but the painting process, in order to move on, I need that dried. So, and that takes kind of the longest is the painting and drying. The rest of this is just basics. And I pre-inked this. So we're just going to lay that down just like that. We do have a little edge all the way around. And that glue does hold it very nicely too. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you can see. Let me turn this light off a second and see if that helps. Oh, there we go. Is that a little better? Yeah. It's just very vintagey, shabby chic, rustic looking. All right, we're going to turn it over and we're going to do the other side. And it's been inked also. So this would make, I mean, just look around your little, we have a church store too, and they will have stuff, or there's always like Goodwill, or, you know, we have Love Incorporated, those type of places that get donations. Look around and see what's available to redo and to upcycle and recycle, and give it some more love before it's thrown out into the, I use tons of shelves, especially, I mean, if you're a crafter, you can always use shelves. Always find something to put on a shelf. So, but it would look pretty on a desk. And you don't have to make this so feminine. You could make it, you know, more for a teenage girl, or for a desk of some of the kind. You just wouldn't put that on. Maybe you'd put for like some rugged chain or something, you know, that, you know, or leather, strip of leather or vinyl or something, you know, there. So it doesn't have to be so feminine looking. All right, and then for the top, I have pre-cut another piece of this kind, and we're just going to glue that on the top. And believe it or not, all we have to do is put the drawer in and do the beading. And then this project is done. Then I have a nice little tiny project, and I had to do that ahead of time because that had to dry with some E6000s, but I'll show you that. And it's just a cute little idea. Nice quick project. There we go. Line that up. These all just kind of fall together. Here we go. All right. Okay, so now this is how I did the beading. Oh, let me put my stick in there. And like I said, this was $2, and I had all the other things already in my stash. So material wise, I have very little into it, little paper. And I'm just running a bead of this right there in the center. And I have some of my halfback pearls on my desk here, so they're sitting upright. And I just picked it up with tweezers, brought it in, and sat it down. And that's how I did it the whole way. And it actually, and I didn't lay, the first one I laid down the bead all the way while it started drying. So then I laid it down in sections because I thought there's no sense of putting that on there if it's drying before I get to it. So I just started doing it in little smaller sections, and that worked pretty good. There, get out of there. Doesn't want to leave. Here we go. All right. Get a little bit of that sticky stuff on your tweezers, and then it I like the halfback pearls. And they do have them like already sticky, but I glue them down anyway. So this was the cheaper way to go. I have a lot of the other ones, and I was going to try to use them up, but the packages that I had that I wanted to use up, where the glue had come off, there was not enough of the same color for me to use. So I went opened this bag and went with these ones, which is fine. They all got to be used up, right? All right, one more in there. And that is perfect. Okay. Just going to lightly tap them. There we go. Whoops. Okay. So now we got that whole other line down. You can see that. I'm going to slide that drawer in and then not touch it for a while. So the drawer will slide right in here. And then I'm going to make sure that's good and dry before. Oops, where are you sliding in? There it goes. So you can see there's the drawer. And like I said, for $2 and some change in what I had on hand, I think it turned out pretty cute. And this one I probably will keep myself, but I would have no problems giving this as a gift to somebody. So, all right. So now that other little thing is more for like a bird person or a person who likes stuff in their garden. This is just, I spent 75 cents for this plate and this cup. And there's no chips, no nothing on it. And what I did was I took the cup and I E6000'd it to the plate. So I actually did 3 bands. I did a band in the center on the bottom, on the underside here. And then I did 2, one on each side of that center one, just so it has a real good adhesion. I sat that down and I let it, it's been drying for a couple days, so it's good and dry. So now with this, what you can do is you can either hang this with like one of those metal hooks and some, or just tie some jute or some rope around there. And what you do is you put your bird seed in here and it spills onto the plate like the cup tipped over and spilt. So you could sit this on your deck or sit it in a crotch of a tree or just sit it someplace in your garden and let the birds feed. Or you can, like I said, you can hang this on jute. What an easy project for somebody who likes to garden or who likes to watch the birds. You know, like I said, I spent 75 cents on the whole thing and a little bit of glue. So get them a bag of 99-cent bird seed and there's a gift. There's a nice little gift for a teacher or like your favorite person, your neighbor who likes to garden or anybody, grandma, great grandma. All right. So that is week 36 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. I hope you would consider subscribing to my channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell so you can be notified each time a new video is loaded. And until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.